Yo, what's going on? It's your boy G. I'm back, and we here to talk hella sneaker news. Like, it's so much I have to give to y'all this episode, the second episode. There's so much I have to give to y'all. So let's get straight into it. All-Star Game, basketball, Chicago is going down. So many pairs of shoes are releasing. Jordans, Nikes, Adidas, New Balances, so many shoes coming out. It's actually so many. I'm going to try my hardest to get through this as quick as possible. All right, so let's get into it. Let's go ahead and kick it off with the Jays. Since it's in Chicago, it's only right. Let's kick it off with the Jays, and let's kick it off with the New Beginnings Pack. The New Beginnings Pack includes a Nike Air Ship and a Nike Air Jordan 1 High in white and red. So the significance of this pack is that it includes Jordan's first PE shoe that he wore before he had Jordans, and it has his first Air Jordan in the PE colorway. So it includes an Air Ship and an Air Jordan 1. They're fresh. They're $350. And the box for these, I like the box. The box is low-key crazy. So we have those coming out. And what we have is what I think to be the most hyped shoe of All-Star Weekend, the Air Jordan 5 Off-White. What Virgil did is basically take a metallic Air Jordan 5, take the nubuck off the upper, and it's no longer black. He grayed it up, and it looked like it's ripstop, yellowed up the soles, and did all the traditional off-white stuff to it. Right shoelaces on the shoelaces. Put a zip tie on it. Put the Helvetica font on the inside saying care of Nike and off-white and all that special stuff. But he did something different. He Swiss cheesed up the whole shoe. Well, at least it's different for the Jays anyway. He Swiss cheesed up the whole shoe, and he Swiss cheesed the box. I still think it looks fresh. They $225 for those of you that are trying to get them. So make sure you have your racks up, because a lot of these shoes that's coming out this weekend, they up there. We have another Air Jordan 1 here. This one called UNC to Chicago. UNC standing for University of North Carolina. That's why the back of the shoe is Carolina blue, to represent the time he played for them. And also, since they're called the Tar Heels, it makes sense to put that color on the heel. Then you have red on the toe and on the outsole to represent the time when Michael was playing for the Bulls. This pair is set at $170, and these are set to be a women's shoe. But they also have them in extended sizes.
Why?
Why not just release in GS and men's, and everybody can still get them?
Why?
But Jordan does what Jordan does, right? Yeah. Now this shoe right here, I think, is the most hyped of the whole All-Star Weekend. And not just the shoe, they have a special edition. This is the Air Jordan 3 Fire Red. And they have a special edition where on the back, instead of saying Nike Air, it says Nike Shy. Basically, since everything is based in Chicago and all of that. That's going to make that pair of shoes really hard to get, because they're only being sold in Chicago. Everywhere else in the nation, in the world, they're going to get the Nike Air. All right? So if you care about that, try to get those that come out in Chicago. Jordan Brand got it right this time. They have the red uppers, the white midsole. They nice. Quality looks good. I'm going to try to get them. I know I'm trying to get a lot, but these shoes are fire. Next up, we have the Air Jordan Why Not 0.3. These are the Russell Westbrooks. Yeah, these are wild. You know what I'm saying? Like, these things look like they should come with a poster of Saved by the Bell in the box. They're $130, but I will not be going for these. But to each his own. If you like them, go ahead and get them. They drop on the 16th. This next set of J's that you're about to see are designed by people and organizations that are based out of Chicago to commemorate the All-Star Game in 2020 being in Chicago. So let's get into them. The first collab we're looking at here is done with SocialWorks. SocialWorks is a nonprofit organization that was founded by Chance the Rapper back in 2016. The shoe is an Air Jordan 1 KO, and if Jordans were around when cavemen were, Fred Flintstone would have pulled up on these with the quickness. If you look at the bottom of the shoe, it has the whole map of Chicago and the SocialWorks logo. Haven't seen the price for these, but I think they're going to be around $150. Next up, we have Air Jordan 10 Wings. And this shoe is designed with Chicago's mass transit in mind. When you look at the shoe, you can see along the contours and the lines of the shoe. Also, along the back of the shoe on the pull tab, you have all different colors. These colors represent the different train lines in Chicago. These shoes retail for $190. Now we have the Sheila Rashid Air Jordan 1. Sheila Rashid is a clothes designer based out of Chicago. She's been given the opportunity to work with Air Jordan through their Unite campaign. The shoe has a purple leather toe and heavy gray suede throughout the rest of the shoe. These drop on February 14th for $140. Now on to the
What are those?
of the bunch. These are called the Air Jordan Aerospace 720s, and they're designed by Lyrical Lemonade. Now, Lyrical Lemonade is based out of Chicago. I'm pretty sure everybody who loves music has heard about the blog or they've seen videos directed by Lyrical Lemonade. But shoes being made by Lyrical Lemonade is something that doesn't need to happen. I don't think I'm paying $210 for a shoe that looks like a sofa. The best looking part of the shoe is the insoles. And last but not least, we have the Air Jordan 34, the Jordans that Zion Williamson be bamming on everybody with. They have an all-star version coming out. It's all white. The back is iridescent, and actually, if you look at the back, it still has the colors to represent the train lines of Chicago. That's there. But they don't only have this pair coming out. They have an Air Jordan SC, so it's like the special edition. Basically, what they did is got rid of the laces, and it's just a long zipper, and there's no laces on it. So you have two pair of Air Jordan 34s to go for if that's what you're looking for, which I'm not. But you might be looking for them. So, hey, there you go. They retail for $180. So that's all the stuff Jordan dropping. But you know Nike ain't too far behind. They always drop shoes for their signature athletes. So let's go ahead and get into that. First shoe I want to talk about, the Chlorine LeBron 7s. Yeah, I know you know LeBron is on shoe 17, but they retro in the LeBron 7s in the Chlorine colorway. Those are the ones he wore in the 2010 playoffs. Yep, 10 years ago. They retro in those. All right? Now, I love these shoes, but I've been loving them because I copped them way back in 2010. And just so y'all see I ain't cap, there you have it. Your boy don't need no retro, that boy. But if you need those will be $200 for you, and they do drop on February the 12th. All right? So get on your little sneakers app. Go ahead and load up. Make sure you put it to notify you because it's on February the 12th. So it ain't the weekend. So prepare yourself. All right? Now, LeBron ain't stopping at the retro Chlorine 7s. He's dropping the Monstar 17 too. And I think he's dropping the Monster. For one, if you don't know, let me go ahead and give you this little PSA. LeBron is redoing Space Jam. If you don't know by now, LeBron is redoing that movie, whether you like it or not. So you go ahead and just get ready for it. Secondly, I think he knows he's not going to drop a shoe as clean as the Space Jam 11. I don't think there will ever be a shoe that will rival or be as clean as the Space Jam 11. So let's go ahead and get that out of the way. But I think since he knows that, he's just gonna drop a shoe for the Monstars because ain't nothing gonna match up to the Space Jam 11s. So that was a smart move on his part. On the Monstar 17, one shoe will have Bupkis on it, one shoe will have Pound on it. Okay, those are two of those Monstars from the team. All right. Technically, I don't know how I feel about these amphibian tongue LeBrons. I mean, I like the idea, the design is cool, but I'm straight. But if you want them, they $225. And they come out February 13th, the day after the Chlorines. Next up, we got the Kyrie 6 trophies. Now, Now, the reason this is called the trophies because the Bulls won a championship in 1996, and Kyrie is paying his homage to the Chicago Bulls since the All-Star game is in Chicago. He's paying his homage to the Bulls, calling these the trophies. So he's laying the shoe in all red with the gold accents. This shoe is pretty cool because Kyrie put a lot of little messages in the shoe. If you look closely, you'll get them. If you look at the bottom of the tongue on the right shoe, you can see the date of 6/16/96, and that's the date the Bulls won their championship. If you look at the bottom of the tongue on the left shoe, it has the date of 6/19/16, and that's the date Kyrie won his first championship with the Cleveland Cavaliers. On the insides of the sneaker at the start of the strap, you see a 45. The 45 is the number that Michael Jordan wore at the beginning of the 95-96 season before going back to number 23. And the coolest thing to me is the print that he put on the inside of the collar of the shoe. That's the print from that iconic photo of Michael Jordan laying on the floor hung in the basketball after he won the championship because it was Father's Day and he lost his dad that year. So it's a very, very iconic photo, and if you look at the print of the rug, that's the print that he decided to put on the inside of the collar of the shoe. All these little features he put on the shoe make the shoe fire hot. I'm not gonna front, I do want a pair of these. They cost $140 and they drop on February the 14th. Yup, Valentine's Day. So if you have somebody special in your life, give them some Kyrie. Next up we have Giannis. Now I ain't even about to try to attempt to pronounce his last name. But it's cool, you know him by the first name basis because he's been balling ever since he got in the league. Matter of fact, he won the MVP trophy last year. He's back into his Coming to America bag because he dropped the Soul Glows back in December of 2019, and now he's back with the Employee of the Month joints. Now, if you don't know anything about Coming to America, for one, it's his favorite movie. Second of all, when they got here to America, they tried to get jobs. Well, actually, they did get jobs. They got jobs at what's called McDowell's, which is a fake McDonald's. And when they got those jobs at McDowell's, they had these old corny plaid print uniforms, and that's where they got the inspiration for the shoe. Not even finna cap, the idea is fresh, and since he loved the movie, it just makes sense. If you're trying to get these also drop on February the 14th, Valentine's Day, and they'll run you $130. Then we got the PGs, aka the Paul Georges. The Gatorade All-Star PG4s drop on the 13th, and they retail for $120. Quite honestly, looks like they laid a big old piece of cloth down, did this a bunch of times, put a sole on it, put it in a box. That's that. Now, even though he's not playing this season, the Slim Reaper, aka Kevin Durant, still got an All-Star KD 12 off. Now, Don C designed these, and he designed these after the Chicago flag. That's why they're sky blue with a little bit of red in it and some white. They got stars around the tongue, and even on the left heel, there's a flag, has stars on that too. These drop on February the 15th, and will run you $160. Now, with Don C being from Chicago, they didn't just let him design a KD 12. They let him drop his own Just Don Air Force One. Now, if you know anything about the Just Don Air Force One, it's a mix between the Air Force 1, 2, and 3. They came out back in 2017, and they retail for about $200. So I'm assuming this Air Force One here is probably going to be around the same price. If you look at the shoes colors, just like the KD 12, it takes all its representation from the Chicago flag. Matter of fact, it's stitched into the back of the tongue. These drop on the 15th of February. Now, New Balance is getting into we dropping all-star shoes game. And that's something I don't think I ever thought I would see in my lifetime. But we here. And they got Kawhi Leonard, so they doing some things. So they got together with Joe Fresh Goods to drop a New Balance 992 and the Omni 1 or Omnis, however you want to say it. Surprisingly, the Kawhis did catch my attention. I'm still not sold on like the whole shape of the shoe and the model, but that No Emotions with all them straight faces on them, if you know me, I'll kill a straight face. And the gradient from the front to the back, how it goes from like a light peach or cream to like the pink or the dark pink or whatever, that's fresh. Do I want the shoe? I don't think I want the shoe, but the No Emotions connects with Kawhi Leonard so much, and I like the idea. Now, the 992s, the color blocking on it is nice, besides having that Skechers sole, everything else is cool on the 992. But that, I'm finna clean up on aisle 6 sole that they have. I'm not feeling it. But I like what I see. I like everybody getting into this game. The competition is becoming a little more fierce. So this is what you can expect from New Balance. They come out at a pop-up shop. Like, it's not even, they don't have any prices. They don't have any locations. It's going to be a pop-up shop in Chicago that they drop at. So I don't even know. So just keep your ears and eyes open, as I will be doing the same thing. If I do find out, I'll go ahead and tweet it at I Like Your Shoes on Twitter. Go ahead and hit that follow button if you haven't already. You seen Jordan pop off with a bunch of stuff. Seen Nike pop off with a bunch of stuff. You even seen New Balance pop off with some stuff. So that leaves Adidas, right? Adidas ain't popping off with nothing. Psych, Adidas is popping off with the Yeezy basketballs. Now the Yeezy basketballs haven't dropped, obviously. But the Yeezy basketball haven't dropped, but they've been talking about dropping those shoes for a minute. And the reason they didn't drop them, because they're a basketball shoe, but they had too much 3M on them, okay? So you can see the man with himself right there. That is Yeezy with the shoes on. You see the man himself with the shoes on right there. But you see all that 3M at the back heel? NBA said, nah, bruh, we ain't taking that. That's too much reflection for the court. So what they did is take the reflectiveness off. So they took off the 3M, and they have it regular. So what they're going to do is release the shoe in a lifestyle version with the 3M and a basketball version without the 3M. So everybody's happy, right? So with that being said, when is it released? They didn't even put a release date on it. They just said Yeezy basketball, All-Star Weekend, $250. That's all the information I got. If I get anything else, like I said, I'll tweet it out for you, and then we all know. But until then, $250 for the Yeezys if you wanted the basketball Yeezys in the Quantum colorway. Whew. Man, I know this was a lot of information, but I tried to get through it as quick as possible. This has everything you need to know for your All-Star Weekend drops. If you want to get in contact with me, ask me a question, hit me at I Like Your Shoes right there on the screen. Like I said, any information we don't have in this video, when I do figure it out, I'll go ahead and tweet it out. So follow me on Twitter if you're trying to get some of that extra information. If you haven't peeped my first video, it's right here on the screen. Other than that, like, comment, and subscribe. This your boy G, and I'm out of here. Until next time.